Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Coaster Spotlight. This is the first Coaster Spotlight of 2021, and I couldn't be more excited to be featuring some more awesome coaster creations. Today we're going to be featuring three amazing, varied creations from our patrons. I always start every batch of recordings with the patrons. We have a priority spotlight submission form where the patrons get to submit their creations, and it's the first place I check for creations. Hence the priority bonus for being a patron. Three amazing creations brought to you by our patrons. If you guys want to support the show and get your stuff to the front of the line, check out our Patreon program. Links are down in the description below. And because we have a good handful of priority submissions, we're going to be bundling the blueprint coasters together this month. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what do you say we dive right on into things, starting off with our first creation of the day, which is Skyfall, created by Starport55, one of our Discord advanced builders and diamond patrons. Thank you so much for the tremendous support, Starport55. And here they say, hello everyone, Skyfall is my first attempt at a realistic B&M inverted coaster. 244 meters of track, 4 inversions, and top speeds of 67 miles per hour. This lightly sci-fi themed coaster will surely thrill the guests in your park. For best experience, please download the custom sound effects as well as the royalty-free music found on the Google page. Darn it, I will load these things up. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are at the coaster. We have the custom audios set up. Very cool layout, very realistic, something you could see in a Six Flags or a Cedar Point. It looks good. Here's a nice little entrance sign here, Skyfall. Love the custom art on this. All right, the queue's not set up, but you guys can see how this would work. It's all snap to angle, 4-meter pathing, or 3-meter, I believe. And here we are at the boarding station. Some cool custom audio in there. Skyfall. We're gonna wait for one to pull in so I don't screw up the timing. We have a 4-seater arrival. Here's a look at all the results. 140 seconds in duration, 1,200 meter track length, 67 miles per hour, and G-forces are all looking good. Let's get to it. All right, there it is. Okay, there's a few things to talk about, but I want to, see, Skyfall audio, ride audio is hooked up, but we didn't hear music while on the ride. It's very strange. Anyways, let's point out a few things. I really like this. As you guys saw, the coaster was very smooth, a great layout. There was no hitching, there's no kinks in it. It just rode really nicely. I really like the placement of the block section. However, the support system seems a little bit weird to me. I feel like maybe you could have done some custom supports on this and that maybe make it look a little bit better. I don't know. That one's something about it is bothering me there. I like the fence work that you have here, the color scheme. You have the maintenance tracks over here, which is really cool. The boarding station and queue looks really nice. You have the lights set up for the queue for nighttime with the speakers there. I even noticed a little bit of a security camera at the top. Where was that? Right here, just to keep an eye on things, make sure everything's going good. Maybe take a picture of the guests. I don't know. It's pretty cool. So lots of little hits of realism here that I really appreciate. And it appears like we have some nighttime lighting, and this is set up for nighttime as well. Look at that. Really nice. It's subtle, it's not over the top. Maybe you could have a few lights on the edges of the fence, you know, some street lamps or something here, because you're gonna have pathing going around this for the guests and stuff. But I guess you could add that later when you're putting this into your theme parks. But I mean, I could definitely see someone putting this in one of their parks that are going for a little bit more of the realism approach, you know, a Six Flags inspired park or something. So definitely a good one. The links are down in the description below if you want to download it and put it in your parks for yourselves. I think we should give this one a ride at nighttime, and hopefully the audio is working now. We could change the perspective on this guy so we can ride this one. Let's see here. Maybe do like a chase view or something. Let's try that out. All right, there it is. Really nice stuff by Starport 55 in this one. I know Starport likes to do a lot of sci-fi and like architectural stuff, very unique builds where we've seen a lot of abstract futuristic things from them, and you see a little bit of that here, and I like that Starport is sticking to their style but going for a more realistic approach where their other creations are generally not realistic. So I could see you sticking to your roots and doing your personality shines through in this build here today, but then it also shows the realism, and I could definitely see this in a realistic park. So really good job, Starport 55. What did you guys think? Leave your comments down below, and let's check out the next creation of the day. Planet Coaster Art Museum, created by Batch, one of our Discord builders and Diamond patrons. Thank you so much for your tremendous support. And here they say, holy good googly moogle. Johnny and the wonderful team. First things first, the blueprint has some essential custom media files, which we did get. This blueprint is my first submission to your channel, and I finally have a mentionable blueprint with not only coaster, but a shooting ride as well. It was based on a little challenge from Wix for his Bonanza to the 4th birthday of Planko. And the description is as follows: Planko Museum is my birthday build for the 4-year anniversary of Planko. It is not a party build, but a homage to the game, all of its DLCs, and the Planet Coaster community. Visit the Planet Coaster Art Museum, get a view on the complexity and beauty of the game. Visit the special exhibitions of the latest never-ending creation from a famous Planet Coaster creator. Experience an action-based tour of a wild mouse hunt that leads you through some of the most famous park themes and around the whole art museum. Enjoy the interactive tour as you get a deeper look on our beloved animatronics and may get a few new high score and win win a 1-year ticket for our museum. The ticket contains free access to our 3 main attractions: Vista and a Kick. Take a seat in the hyper jump. Body and mind, relax in the flora and fauna area and enjoy a drink and some food in our vintage area. You can always use our picnic area on the museum's plaza. And don't forget your souvenir. The shop is located left to the special exhibition house. All right, this one is actually very exciting. I love these kinds of builds, so let's dive right on into it. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. This looks phenomenal. Really does look like a museum, has all this artistic modern design put into it, but then we have these Planko elements, the Western there, the jungle or the adventure packs, a little bit of that winter pack in there, and then just the using all the modern build pieces to make a beautiful modern museum. And I love the little art bits with the what do you call it, the lampposts outside. Look at the way that glitters and twinkles. That's amazing. I love this glowing artwork in the sidewalk as well. That looks really good. Wow, absolutely blown away already. I had no idea that there's 2 rides packed in here, so this is kind of a multi-bundle bundle. There we go. The special exhibition is Blackmire by Wix. Shout out. Been working a long time on that. And here we go, the art museum. This is pretty special. All these custom images. So some of the pieces have been put on display because they are used for so many different things. Like the pipes, if you take the tip of the pipe, you can make dots, and then people make art shapes out of that. Here's some very fast scrolling credits to what appears to be alphabetically every single community member. Look at all the A's. My goodness. Holy good googly moogly. You made a video credits of alphabetically all the names in the community. Look at all these names. I don't even think it's going so fast that I don't know if the video can catch that. Like the words are blurring together. The frame rate is, you would you would need a better frame rate to catch all that. My goodness. That takes some patience. If we were to sit through here, we would have a 20-minute video right here. We're only in the D's. So I'm gonna assume everybody in the community is here. Really good job. Wow, that is impressive. Very impressive. And I think I saw it scrolling over here. There's a special thanks. Special thanks to all that helped me create awesome content, take care of the community. Erebus, Farana, Galcium, BTH, Happy Camper, Johnny 5 Alive, Ure, Kick2, Christine, Lewis, Mango Tango, Mick Ars, Malto King, Neeb, Sublime, Shane Turner, Stuntman, Synchros, The Salty Prawn, Rohana, Thunderbud, Chapsol, Web Searcher, Who's That Chris, Wix, Zayfort, Zelixor, Darks, and many more. Sorry if I forgot. That is quite okay. Wow. And all the TMTK artists are in here. Wow. This is really great stuff. I love these museum things. You guys have done a few of them in the past for like my birthday park and the community Planko park, or the anniversary park. Back to the Future, all the pieces here. Now that what the main game. Look at this. He's literally hand placed everything on the walls and the platforms in such a way that you can actually see it all. That is very impressive. Really well done. That's all the pieces right there, or at least most of them. Hats off to you for taking your time to do that. That probably took more time than the actual build here because there's so many pieces. So here's the spooky DLC. Very nice. Man, I wish I had you around when I was reviewing these packs, because I did the same thing and I did not do it nearly as nice as this. The adventure pack. Look at that. This is so impressive. Studios. Very fun. Vintage. Beautiful. All right. Oh, and the Ghostbusters. Can't forget the Ghostbusters. There's the Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man. Oh, Magnificent Rides DLC. Did I miss any more? I did. World's Fair. Munsters. Knight Rider. And then there's the Back to the Future. We have statues in here. Oh, wow. That is so nice. Let's see this at night. Can we see it at night? The lighting is beautiful. I love this. And we, how's this a ride? Interactive museum tour. Let's check it out. We have to test the shooting ride. There's an upstairs to this. Would you look at that? Oh, we got some targets. Oh. That's very nice. This is such a cool idea because you're showcasing all the pieces in the game, but activating them through triggers. Ironworks Dome, the bridge, the Falcon View, the ride entrance. So this is showcasing Blackmire. Blackmire at night, Blackmire day. Oh, this is amazing. Blackmire by Wix. Ha! Showcasing some of the VFX, the fire effects. Ironworks Q. Are we ever going to be able to feature Blackmire Wix? Ironworks POV. The one problem with the shooting ride is I can't really look around. And I do think the camera could have been faced a little bit better at some of that stuff. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-da. What's happening here? All the different lights. This is really cool. So any light, any VFX that has a trigger option or an animation, you've kind of put in here. It's a lot of work. It's very impressive. I mean, this is like a really fun museum. We get to go through and appreciate everything, but you did it in a very fun presentation, you know? It's not like, oh, there it is, pass by it, take a look. You know, a lot of museums can come off as boring. But I think you did a justice here in making it interactive and fun. And the way you put things up on display look exciting. I missed those big 2 targets at the back. I'm sad about that. Oh, we're going downstairs. Look at the credits are still going. It's never ending. The classic night battle. All right, and that concludes the tour. I think. Didn't we start upstairs? I'm gonna let it run through a little bit longer. When I shut it down and closed it, there might have been one that might have been halfway through the experience already. I don't know why it started at the midpoint. Turn our own lights on. Ah! Okay, and this is where we began. Very cool. Unless we... No? I did not see the Ghostbuster stuff. Don't cross the babes. Nice. Adventure. Oh, wrecked. Oh my god, that's great. Oh yes, the singing quartet. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Let's do it. Nice. Worth it. Love that. Oh, wow. Knight Rider? Aw. Aw. I do think the vehicle could move a little bit faster through here. I'm trying to speed it up a little bit. And here we are. This is where we started. Cool. That's really cool. I like that. That was a lot of fun. But we're not done there, ladies and gentlemen. We have a coaster somewhere in here. And let me switch it back to day. We also have some chill areas. There we go. Some bathrooms and souvenirs. Then we have the restaurant. Or, ooh, some more things on display. There we go. Get your coffee and a gelato. Come chill outside in the garden. And then we have a drop tower. Just for added excitement. There's a lot to do in this museum. I quite like it. So the coaster is called Blackmire. It doesn't look like there's a queue. You just kind of get on, which is interesting. And here we go. It's the Adrenaline Tour. Get to enjoy the coaster as a fast-paced Wild Mouse experience. There's a look at the stats. We have one taking off. Let's just get right on this. That is ridiculously impressive. My goodness. What I love so much about this, I've seen people try to fit coasters in with buildings, and it becomes very clunky and strange, and you get like holes in the building or coaster in areas where it shouldn't be, and it doesn't really work that well. And I think you made it work really well here. It's super organic. Even the way it just kind of rides around the front in the museum here, it all worked so nicely. It had an ebb and flow. The way you kind of supported the coaster with little beams that come out. But not only that, as we're riding the coaster in these back areas, you've created theming. It's like a coaster spotlight. We're going through a western area. At the top, we have action, pirates firing cannons, and you have these mini sets throughout the whole experience, and it never gets boring once, and there's always something to look at. It's a museum on top and around the outside of the museum. It's really, really well done. This is absolutely fantastic. Wow. Really blown away by this creation. This is Batch's first creation or submission to the show, is what they said in their description. And boy, am I impressed. This is master quality stuff right here. Really, really well done. I mean, I love everything about this. What did you guys think? Leave your comments down below for Batch on his first ever creation. I'm sure he's going to want to read some of your comments, as it is his first ever submission to the show, and a very impressive one at that. So congratulations, Batch, on a very good first creation. I love it. Keep up the good work. I cannot wait to see your name pop up again in the inbox. So keep doing what you're doing and keep having fun. Boom. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move over to the very last creation of the day, which is going to be Runaway Flyer, created by Rocketman, one of our Discord builders and silver patrons. And here they say, I started off playing RCT 1 and 2 as a kid. During the lockdown, I decided to replay the game. I beat those scenarios and moved on to RC3 and beat those too. I always enjoy the challenge of coasters more than building and decorating. With Playco, I also beat the scenarios, but this game is so much more. I am working hard to get better with my building and theming. While not my first coaster, this is my first from scratch. 4K blueprint, and one I'm very proud of. This is also my first submission to the Channel 5 show. I want to get better, so please provide feedback if you have it. I present to you a Runaway Flyer, a Bavarian winter-themed bobsled. Take a walk down the queue and enjoy the ambience of the music. Stop into the station brewery for a pint before you take your voyage up the mountain. This is meant to be a semi-realistic coaster. The queue is compact because this coaster type has a poor throughput, so your guests could spend money elsewhere instead of stand in a mile line. But I spent many hours optimizing it to get the best stats possible. Finally, shout out to Farana Esby and Purple Rose for the feedback throughout the building process. And then the credits for the beer mug goes to Zool and Static Boris for his awesome font. All right, amazing. Let's check it out. Already, I can see it just has a beautiful presentation to it. And yet again, a first-time submission to the show by Rocketman, a builder. And this is already looking a masterful quality again. That's what I was trying to say, guys. Our patrons are amazing, and I'm so happy to be able to give them front of the line priority because their submissions are always just amazing. Runaway Flyer, there it is. Look at this. Beautiful views. There's always something to look at from all angles. Really came together nicely. Some music there. I like the fence work. That's very unique too. Has that Bavarian vibe. All right, let's take a walk down the queue. Or what would be the queue. Yeah, you said the queue is short for the throughput, but it's actually not too bad, honestly. And you can extend it beyond that point if you really need to, like if you're putting it in your park. Okay, we're gonna close it down and reopen it, but first a quick look at the stats. There they are. Oh, we don't have to close it down. We'll get on this one. Gonna go seat view, and let's go. Wow, I really enjoyed that. This is the realism episode, ladies and gentlemen. This also has some nighttime lighting. I wanted to see if there was some airtime. Like, there's a couple peaks where I felt like it would have a little bit of airtime. No, none at all. The way you dropped it down and then turned it, it just worked out so perfectly. I think that was on the first lift. You ducked it down and then you started turning, and the way, it's hard to make a good bobsled in this game. And I think the way you kind of paced it was really fantastic. It interweaves from side to side, but it's also a dual course that switches the figure eight from side to side, which kind of makes it almost feel like it's interacting with the other sled. I really like that. It has good shape to it. It had good speed, good pacing, great turns and banking, and beautiful environment as well. The waterfalls, the nighttime lighting looks amazing. I mean, you wanted feedback, but I got nothing for you. This is very unique. It's very crisp. It's masterful quality. We got you a builder right now. You keep building like this, you'll be a master in no time. So another amazing one here today by Rocketman. What did you guys think of this bobsled? I think it's one of the top tier that I've ever featured on this show so far. I love everything about it. The Bavarian theme, you nailed it. The lift hill, it's not like a scraggly bad pile of rocks. It looks very detailed. It has an immersive setting. It's beautiful. I could see this going in any alpine section of any park. It's absolutely amazing. Really good stuff. 3 very strong submissions in this episode here today. Wow, and I really enjoyed them all for their own different reasons, but they all have this realistic vibe to them. So really good job, you guys. The patrons are killing it, and I can't wait to see what you guys are doing next. 2 new names, 2 amazing creations. Really well done. And we're not done there. We have a bunch more Patreon submissions to feature, so keep an eye on the channel, guys. And if you want to support the show, become a patron and you'll be first to be seen on the show at the beginning of every month. Boom. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Leave your comments down below for these creators, Starport 55 Batch and Rocketman. And that is going to do it for me in today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye now.